Cek cek.
Cek cek. Mana bukan tawi ayo. Tangannya jelekok lebat mati. Aduh, tak kuras iku mau Mas. Asa tak kuras tak resmi. Tak kuwuso iki kabeh.
Ndir. Tas tas. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dit, 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 dit. Siap. Siap. Oke. Uli. Lele. Lagi balik lele. Santuy-santuy gaming. Siap lagi balik. Kita kasih jangkar-jangkar.
So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared. He's tried one! It's a loose ball. Kamavinga. Terrific header! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
So, a breakthrough already. Havertz. Rummenigge!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Germany with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Rummenigge hits one! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Chance for the header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Rummenigge. He's got the shot away! Yes! They are right back in business.
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Gundogan. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Kimmich. Here's Goretzka. Gundogan. Rummenigge. Well read, nice interception. Musiala. Rummenigge. Musiala. Out to the left it goes. Rummenigge.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Mittelstadt. For Musiala. Upamecano. Now he's off and running. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Works it forward. Goretzka. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a nicely measured pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Rummenigge. Havertz looking to add to his goal. Oh, he's taken it. And there's the end of the first half. So
Mantap,
half-time,
guys.
and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, we thought this would be close, Peter, and it's proving us right so far. They're well matched, and it presents a fascinating battle of wits to see who'll emerge on top or otherwise.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Rummenigge. Musiala. Mittelstädt. And it's Goretzka. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice... And the shot! There it is!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
That is so good. Such sharp skills. And such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. France showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Beckenbauer. Musiala is wide and looking to get onto this. Gusto is there and he can get that clear. And it's Goretzka.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders...
Big header! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Angel. Sik main misi sik ya Kang yo, mari ini tak open room.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stay one step ahead of his opponents here, maintain the upper hand, so to speak. I can see that.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Good read, needed to be. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Rummenigge. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Germany clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Thuram. And that is
Okay,
masterful
mantap
defending.
banget.
Kimmich did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Rummenigge. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. The final 5 minutes.
Salah man.
Now they can clear their lines. Germany have got it back and they'll have another go. Germany clearly now in lead preservation mode. Kamavinga. Wits.
Perfect. Mantap.
No mistake.
So
And with that goal comes comfort.
Well, you've always got to have players that are...
And that's that. Germany have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. We're certainly...
Iya mas, nggak irum. Tak kayak nurum sih. Jadi mabar mas. Yang dibantu follow, dibantu like-nya kakak. Satu, 2, 4, 9. Sip. Wih, akunnya menyala. Mantap. Yang free. Oke. Yang free. Ngeri.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. And already we're underway here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Opts to play it back.
Well, Peter, I think we're in for something rather special here in being able to watch Hristo Stoichkov. When it comes to charisma and spirit, he's not lacking, and he's so sharp, they nicknamed him the Dagger.
Love watching him. He's one pea in a pod. There's only one Hristo Stoichkov.
And he's always got plenty to say.
Soboslai. Check with the clearance. Beckham. And it's Messi. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Messi. He's tried one! And it's Stoichkov. Nicely aimed pass. It's a sweet ball, that. Rodri. Still goalless. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Adams calmly anticipates. Messi. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. White is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Vittoria applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. Beckham. That's a nice... Oh, shooting chance! Victoria! Goal! And Victoria take the lead.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
The goal scorer after 32 minutes is number 8.
Mantep. Locini Archer syndrome.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably
And the shot! And it's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
And here's Stoichkov. Stoichkov!
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And it's Messi. Messi. Oh, a delicate chip through. Back into the middle. Soboslai. Oh, that's fabulous.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He's gone for goal! There it is! Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Mantap.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And we hit half-time. Japan come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half. It's been
Betul
pulsating
loh,
and
Mas, paling
totally
ngerti.
absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Very little in it. The score at half-time
Mantap,
is
mantap.
2-1. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Beraldo clears it away. Vieira. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Eto'o. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Ricky Puig. He is through here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And it's Owen. Ricky Puig. Messi. Here's Ricky Puig. Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That is a brilliant interception. Beckham. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And now they can clear their lines.
The attendance for this match was 71,898.
60 minutes played. Brilliantly cut out.
Vitoria are definitely going about this the right way.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Ricky Puig. Eto'o. Adams cuts it out. Ricky Puig. Vieira. Now it's Owen. And it's Stoichkov. Nicely spread. Played back in. Oh, what a chance! Oh, taken with style.
Ricky Puig.
Again, we are level. What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Substitution for Japan. Number 10, Messi.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. This is quite a battle.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Has a look and plays it forward. 75 minutes played.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Adams. Iniesta. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's cut it out.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Bergkamp. Looking for the runner. Now the finish! Goal! Japan! And again they hit the front.
Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, it's been their hard work that has got them this lead, but I just wonder whether they can keep it up. This may take a toll now.
Bergkamp.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
And here's Stoichkov. Looking tidy in possession here. Yamal. Vieira. And that's that. Japan have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it.
Aduh, gol hoki.
So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where
Wah,
it's due.
gol
They
hoki.
found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Haha. Kertas sampean aku. Aku mau peh. Kertas sampean aku mau peh. Tiba luwe. Duh kah. Sun. Kertas sampean aku mau peh. Tiba luwe. Pak. Gas. Yang free. Loh. Sama siapa ini? Gas bangsa siapa? Antek iki. Tuh. Ini ada skill ini kayak, wah, dibantai kak Mas, asal dapat ilmunya. Siap masih. Aduh, itu Sinakata kita kasih ke babak kedua ya. Wah, ini kayaknya akunnya ngeri-ngeri semua. Gila. Ada blitz. Gimana ini aku bisa tembus gak nih? Ngeri coy. Bismillah ya. Pakai apa tadi lawannya? SBC juga ya. Oke. Yang free bisa dibantu. Jangan lupa dibantu subscribe-nya guys. Nah, ini kita baru join di grup ya. Jagoan PES. Waduh. Pada jago-jago semua nih. Ini aku baru belajar lagi pakai pet virtual nih. Beberapa bulan terakhir ini
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Pakai apa namanya?
Gorgeous evening. The skies are
Dan
clear.
cantik.
The noise
Makanya
is fervent.
2 hari ini
The
baru nyoba.
atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion.
Sun.
And already we're underway here. Dumfries making good progress on the right-hand side. Looking for options for movement.
Berbahaya sundulannya nih.
Terrific header.
Sangat.
And the assistant referee
Ngetas
rightly gives him
crossing ini.
offside.
Piye iki ngatasinnya gak iso aku. Kok ceduk men? Astaga. Konyol. Kali.
Christian Abbiati in goal today. Just another example of a great Italian stopper. My goodness me, they've produced a few. He's going for goal!
Wah.
And that is
Terlalu
wildly off
nafsu.
target.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Dikasih tips-tips sarannya masih blitznya gak iso ya. Ngawur tok. Kok kesana?
Dumfries. Drogba. Rodrigo!
Berbahaya guys, kayak
Great
sundulan
build-up.
nih.
It all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture,
Langsung
but
aja.
there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Yeah, he'll be a little vexed with himself, having done well to get there first.
And it's Messi. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all.
Umpan
Whatever
total ya.
happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Itu
There's the header! Good delivery, but no joy.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble,
Waduh.
cross and attempt, all too easy.
Adams. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
gak mayu.
Eto, brilliantly cut out. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Well, it's certainly not a
Firma yun
drama
na,
affair,
wala.
Peter. It's had its
Kuntul
moments.
puro.
Ricky Puig. Messi. That's been cut out, well played. Plays a sharp little ball here. Scholes. Ante Roberto. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Quality ball. And it's Messi. White is charging up on the overlap.
What a letdown when
He's
you've got
spotted
such
the lad.
presence and movement.
Aduh, kah.
Dumfries. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Ah, habis coy. Kayaknya kita ini aja ya.
So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Szoboszlai is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Dumfries. Dumfries carries the ball down the right. He can run onto that.
Uang
Check
dulu.
is there to clear. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go.
Ah.
Drogba. Oh, this is a great... There's the
Kawan
hit!
kiper.
And he looked
Aduh,
every bit the
susah
assured
tembusnya,
keeper
guys.
there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game.
Berbahaya.
And now they can spring out of defence. Szoboszlai. Adams. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Ricky Puig.
Wah, kesalahan.
Nice interception, well timed. And he was quick to react.
0-0 cuy.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0.
Jangkar, jangkar. Langsung kita mainkan aja ini ya. Super sub-nya.
There's the start of the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now.
Offset. Oh iya. Offset, guys.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Duh, kok ke sana?
Ricky Puig. Nakata.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Japan, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon. Yamal! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
White makes the interception. And it's Nakata,
Kok ke sini?
played back in. Looking tidy in possession here. Yamal!
Oh.
It's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Aduh, kosong nih.
There's a probing ball. Great hit! Nakata. Best part of an hour and still no breakthrough
Kesalahan
from either
umpan.
side.
Duh. Ya apa sih, Rek?
60 minutes played.
This match was 71,600
Aim forwards. Rodrigo crosses it in. And that's really well manoeuvred. Japan do have a chance to counter here. Nakata. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Ah,
Scholes. Now it's Drogba. Played out to the left flank. Neither of these two want to come off second best. White calmly anticipates. Japan still have the cards to affect this game.
wah.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Nakata. Costa Curta. And it's Nakata. Here's Vieira. Gives it back.
They're really getting no time to...
Hits one!
Dan pertahanannya ngeri, coy. Biasa bongkar ini. Ya kita anu dulu lagi. Oke. Ditosin Nakata, kita buat SS ya. Itu kita buang dulu.
substitution for Japan.
Kita lihat perkembangannya.
So here comes a substitution.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the
Aduh.
tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Now that's well seen too. Oh, this looks sharp.
Duh,
Rodrigo.
dioper.
Shot could be on. And that has been clubbed away.
Barcelona merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Yamal.
Dah.
Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Tuh, kiper gak maju, Rek. Astaga, kiper gak maju, Rek.
And that could well be the
Aduh, kena
winner.
counter attack.
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Barcelona are in front now. The game's only goal.
I think the danger for them now is fatigue. I think when the body tires, the mind soon follows. So concentration is key from here.
Indah. Sebentar guys ya. Kasih situ. Ricky Puts. Oh, salah. Kita tambah intercept ya kemarin ya. Ditambah skillnya kurang 1 tuh. Ngeri.
Substitution for Japan.
Kiper gak maju, tidak maju.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Field is number 8, Iniesta. Substitution.
Rodrigo.
Ih,
And that's a throw-in.
ngeri.
And he's managed to gift it back.
There will be 3
I think it's time for
Lah,
them to
gak
concentrate on
munggah,
closing this one out.
Great defending, strong and determined. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Nakata. Good read, needed to
Aduh,
be.
ntar.
And that's that.
Aduh, ngeri.
Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes
Ampun,
unwatchable
ampun, ampun,
for those with a
ampun.
vested interest.
Please turn your attention to
Any
Ngeri,
reflections on what you've
ampun.
seen, Jim?
Japan simply forgot to turn up with an
Ngeri,
attack,
ngeri,
Peter, and
ngeri.
that lack of cutting edge could possibly turn into something more serious for them.
Piye, anak seneng singkatnya mabar nggak iki? Wis dipindahi pertemuan kan? Oh iya. Ngeri Mas eh. Sun. Cek dombene sik. Mengelak cek. Mengelak. Kegere. Boleh, dua boleh. Komen di YouTube ae. Lah WA cek. Komen di YouTube ae pemenak. Masuk. Indah. Mas tak minta pertemanan Mas, ben enak. Kirim. Diterima Mas eh. Gaskan mabar. Kadang apa mic sik kleru. Aduh. Indah. Aduh, motor kabeh. Karena lengkungnya paling ya. Kanan itu Messi.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And here's Stoichkov. Chance here to counter. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Face to face with the keeper. Shot a goal! Goal!
Bola nemu guys,
Japan!
dikasih ya.
There
Yang
is
belum
the
subscribe
breakthrough.
dibantu subscribe-nya kawan.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, that was vital. Ricky Puig.
Duh, kok memburi?
Japan are very much in charge here,
Salah,
dominating
man.
possession and a goal to the good. Mbappe. Beckham.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied.
Mbappe!
Ooh, man.
And it's Son Heung-min. Adams makes the interception. Rodri. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Messi. And Messi!
Aduh,
And he
man.
looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi actually
Messi
didn't do
rek
an awful
kurang
lot
akeh
wrong, to
titik
be
loh.
honest.
Tambahi akeh titik gol.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's a poor
Tak
one.
tulungi masih.
Japan are looking to go forward now. He is through here. Son Heung-min. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Mbappe.
Kok iso ganti anu ya? Ganti kursor malah ya. Nyate ki ngumpan lho.
That's ruffled a few feathers,
Salah-salah.
but well dealt with. Ricky Puig. White.
Set.
And the whistle's
Set,
gone,
set.
presumably for offside. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Son Heung-min has an approach to the game
Dapat
which
dong.
is pretty much... Oh no, this does not look... Eto!
Blitnya agak masuk rek, blit.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And that's put paid to a promising move. And that's really well manoeuvred. Ricky Puig. Eto. Decent hit!
Aduh,
And he
man.
has kept it out somehow.
Really
Terlalu
looked sharp
nafsu
there,
ya.
didn't he? That's very well played.
Aish, lali kira duwe blit. Menggo.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Played back to the goalkeeper. And the keeper's given it away. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had a chance. He's got it all.
Konyol.
Victoria
Ngapain iso ning
are
kono
back
lah.
in
Dikan
business.
LP padahal.
Was
Alamak.
there ever any doubt?
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Platini. And that'll be the last act of the first half.
Nah, ini kan kena
So
kehalasan.
half-time, and it is all
Numpuk no
square.
pemain ni,
Neither
kira.
able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Bantu bertahan. Ya, oke, sana. Lamine Yamal masuk no langsung ini. Jangkar lini dalam. Piye cah, kurang piye mainku cah, ben menang iki piye iki. Kalah tok mulai mau
Victoria kick off the second half.
Mainku ya apa sih?
Couldn't squeeze it through. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Eto. And it's Son Heung-min. That's tidy. He's had a hit! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Japan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Eto. Oh, such a clever touch. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Iniesta. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just...
Hits one!
Ah.
Now he's off and running. Platini. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Victoria clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's in on goal. Oh,
Yo.
terrible. And he shoots. Victoria, goal! And the comeback is complete.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Victoria get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
And here's Yamal. Gives it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Great hit!
Japan are definitely going about this the right way.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product.
Loh, kok double touch, Rek?
And here's Yamal. Platini.
Kok gak double touch?
And that's a throw-in.
Piye to, Rek? Ganti mana ya? Gonta-ganti sampai mumet pokoknya. Jangkar lini dalam. Yo, gaskan.
Substitution for Japan. Number 7, Son Heung-min.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Ini Rek. Wah, kipernya gawe kan.
Oh, split-second reaction.
Eto is offering a wry smile there.
Japan have their second corner now.
Kiri dah.
He rises!
Arahnya guys.
And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Eto. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Has a
Full.
shot!
Shit. Ngeri
He
coy.
should have put that one away.
Yeah, he knew only too well that to concede then would have been tough to recover from. That could prove a big moment in this game.
Corner number 2 then. And that has been
Ini
cleared.
pemain gue.
That has been slung wide.
Aduh, nge-freeze.
Oh, the shot could be on here. Can he finish?
Patah guys.
And he's really put himself on the line here.
Anune kayak gini. Gak kuat live ini. Baterainya
Corner
mulai
number
panas
3
aku
coming
nih,
up.
kayak dikipasi.
And he gets rid in a hurry.
Victoria clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Iniesta.
Dah, cueman.
Beckham. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, that's an excellent interception.
Victoria can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Passing nice and neat.
There will be 3 minutes
Adams.
time.
Platini. Now it's Mbappe. And it's
Kok sore
Messi.
ganti-ganti rek.
Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Yamal.
Alah,
That has
kalah.
been clubbed away.
Rit.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough.
Alhamdulillah.
Japan
ngeri,
did
ngeri,
lead.
ngeri, ngeri.
Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass.
And we'd like to inform you now that the
Mantap mainnya jos. Umpannya megeli. Umpannya megeli. Aduh. Kayaknya kita bikin ini aja ya, buat sayap-sayap aja, enak kayaknya ini. Umpan mata langgam. Mantap kali. Serangan balik. Enak CMF ya, CMF ya, enak. CMF. nyoba pakai ini. Umpan total. Lini dalamnya ini aja ya. Lini dalam kayak MF ini aja. nyoba. Ngapus sih. Lari kadang kita. Oke. Sedih hati kita tak berakhir. Bahaya nih cuy, sundulan semua enak ini, udara enak, Cavani, darat juga enak tuh, mantep lah. Saya apa aja ya. Lagi kandas di jalanan, gak wani muter lagu guys di YouTube soalnya kena pelanggaran nih kengko. Aduh, lali gak ngadoi kuku. Oke. Jati hati kita tak berakhir.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
And already we're underway here.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Ricky Puig.
Kok ke belakang sih?
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Bruno Fernandes is the modern-day Portuguese maestro, and I really like him for his character as well, something that's not picked up on very much. I see him as a player who always goes about his business with conviction and authority, and a proper leader.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Japan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. No, he's managed to misplace that. And now they can spring out of defence. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And it's Eto'o. Son Heung-min. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Messi. David Villa.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Oh, that is a nice touch. Got a shot away. Oh, the ball's run loose here. It's their second corner of the game.
Dapat, mantap. Selebrasi dulu biar emosi. Foulnya dong.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
19 minutes is number 14,
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
David Villa. Japan are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Bruno Fernandes!
Pas rek.
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And that's played big chance!
Ah, lepas
They've
guys,
scored!
guys.
They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back.
Decent hit! It's a goal! And
Wah,
the comeback is complete!
comeback complete, David Villa.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Eto'o. And it's Messi. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Darwin. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Beraldo. Quality ball. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Adams. And that's really well manoeuvred. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Vieira.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Nice sequence of passes, this. It's out
Oh,
for
oh,
a goal
oh,
kick.
bisa ini.
Beraldo gathers from the goal kick. Oh, played right into his path.
Nice.
And we hit half-time. Well, the two sides have made this a pretty decent game so far. Both have contributed on the score sheet. There is a balance wherever you look. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one. Just enjoy it.
Sedih hati kita tak berakhir.
Number 10, Messi. Coming on to replace him is number 20, Yamal.
Here we go again.
Japan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Has a look and has a go. Denied by an instinctive save.
Ribery really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he was quick to react. Japan come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Vieira. Bastoni kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Japan looking to pass their way through. Yamal! He's got a
Monumental.
goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could
Beraldo.
watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, that he's got the shot away! Goal! Japan! They've done it! It was
Ronaldo ya.
coming! They have their reward! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
He won't be happy with that one. Half an hour gone in the second half. David Villa has it out wide and in space. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Shifted upfield. Messi. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. That is a great pick out. Well read, and the danger is averted. Check is there to clear.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Ricky Puig. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
David Villa. Confirmation.
Yuhui.
Referee looks at his watch and blows
Pandai
his
ya.
whistle. Japan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Eto picking up the man of... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, that looks a cracking ball.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Costa Curta getting this one clear. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Okay, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having a key role.
Your type of player?
Yeah, he's very competent defensively, first and foremost. He knows that's his job, so he's not the type that's going to be constantly rushing up and down the flank at 100 miles per hour, delivering crosses.
Now it's Torres. Ricky Puig kept his eye on it, and he's there. And Messi! Goal! Inter!
Enak. Tuh kah kena flashing.
A truly
Kesalahan
wonderful
rek.
strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Otak
Yeah, and it's
susu.
not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
Inter Milan have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And now the breakaway. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. And it's Eto'o. Beraldo is
Rendigo.
always looking to break lines. Nice sequence of passes this. Shot could be on.
Loh,
There's the hit.
iki tau gak dalam
It's
disut.
in. A game of
Otak
thrills,
ge
all square
iki
in
lho
the
kok
blinking of an
pakai
eye.
blit malah.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Japan grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Oh, I think the coach will really...
And this is Eto'o. Great hit!
Selebrasi oleh.
Goal! Japan!
Selebrasi.
And the comeback is complete. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Angan
Quick,
umpan
decisive
total tadi
and
tuh.
unerring. A textbook example of how to turn defence into counter-attack. That'll do for me every time.
Japan get themselves into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal
Ben
coming?
White.
They're such an entertaining watch.
Messi taking charge of the dead ball.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Japan heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. And he's picked out the run. He's picked his way through. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, it's come loose. Costa Curta clears it away. White is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. White deals with that.
Oke.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. The midway point of the game.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Japan head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1.
Ini agak ini dalam udah ini dalam ya pinter ini. Dikasih Nakata aja ini dalamnya ya. Oke.
Substitution.
And we're off again. More and more pressure on the ball here. Son Heung-min. Nakata. And here's Eto. Nakata. Eto. Japan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
He's had a hit!
Offside, yes.
And he's straight offside. Nakata. Ricky Puig. Adams.
Salah.
Now Costa Curta. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape.
Great chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Nyoba Blade kok ragu-ragu barusan.
And we have our very first corner.
Nakata aja.
Punched away. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way.
1007.
And it's Eto. That's going to go a long way. Lovely bit of skill. Pedri. Japan still have the cards to affect this game. Good running, strong and purposeful.
Inter are definitely going about this the right way.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oke.
And he welcomes it in. He's found the way through. Can he put it
Yeah.
away?
Nafsu,
And
nafsu.
that would have been some
Diompang
goal.
enak itu.
Oh, after such a great
Keren
run,
asem.
I'm expecting him to go all the way, and instead, he just lost his way.
Son Heung-min looking understandably energised after his goal. 75 minutes played. And it's played forward. And he's there to clear it.
Son, ganti dulu Son.
Substitution for Inter. Number 25.
It's their second corner of the game.
Coming on the field is number 9, Erling Haaland. Substitution in progress.
And he's taking no chances there. White.
Offside.
And here's Yamal.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, this is Iniesta! This time, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Japan can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
It's Iniesta! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Japan really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Has been indicated.
Check, gets it away. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Japan have won it by sheer force of character.
Ya, kurang dikit coy. Nanggung. Jam 00 nih. Dominic Soboslai. Ini gak punya skill intercept ya. Umpan kritis, kasih skill ya, kita kasih skill dulu nih. Intercept, ada nggak intercept? Kasih lagi pemblokir, latih fusi. Iki wah iki kelat. Pinter posisinya dia naik ya. Oke lah, kita off dulu ya. Kita akhiri. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.